This listing is making $20,000 a month in revenue with the most basic design ever. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mac if you're new here, and today I'm gonna share with you a product that you absolutely need to have on your Etsy print-on-demand store. I'm gonna show you all the stats, why I think that you should be selling this, and the types of designs that you should be creating for this exact product. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Mac. I post videos talking about e-commerce, passive income, different ways to make money online, all things Etsy. So if any of that interests you, I would love to have you as a part of our community here on YouTube. So getting right into it, we know that in 2024, Etsy has been cracking down. Etsy has been on its game. They are looking and making sure that the people that are coming onto the platform are following the guidelines, are being aware in their stores, are consistently uploading, and they're favoriting the shops that obviously are doing well and bringing them in money. So in 2024, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's important to have a strategy in place when you're starting an Etsy store. Even though this video is not like super about ways to get sales or, you know, growing your Etsy shop, that's just something I want you to keep in mind. And having a strategy is so important. So regardless if you are already selling or if you're somebody that wants to get started in selling, take that note. And we want to be implementing products that we know are going to have an advantage, and we need to be doing our research. So let's hop over to Etsy. And speaking of research, I am going to be using one of my favorite tools today, which is called EGUIDE. They are a Chrome extension. If you have not seen my videos before, I will link some of them below for you, showing more in depth how I use this. So the product that I want to share with you today is tote bags, and not only just regular tote bags, but personalized tote bags. Now, I know I've been talking a lot about personalization lately on my channel, and that is because Etsy is pushing it. Etsy is loving it. Sellers with personalized products are doing absolutely insane numbers, which I'm going to show you in a moment, but I just want you to keep that in mind with any type of personalized product that you want to implement on your store in this way that I'm about to show you as well is super beneficial, and I promise you won't regret it. So I've just typed in personalized tote bag on my regular Etsy search. As you can see by scrolling down, Etsy actually categorized that by the keyword that we typed in. So over here, our search results are looking very good. What this means is that there's a pretty low competition for personalized tote bags. So let's scroll down a little bit and see what we're seeing here. A lot of basic text-based designs, minimal designs with names added to them, and just overall pretty easy to recreate if you ask me. So I'm gonna go over to my EGUIDE Chrome extension, which, as I mentioned before, is an amazing tool. If you do not have it, get it right now. I do have it listed for you in the description below. Highly recommend getting EGUIDE. It is a game changer anytime that you are trying to search for trends, product research, keywords, even your profit calculator. It has so much. So it's already logged in, and all I did was hit product analytics, and this is showing me all of the listings that we just looked at on that Etsy page. We can scroll down and we can see the monthly revenue and total sales that these listings are making. So we have personalized beach bag, and they're making around $5,000 a month in revenue with an estimated monthly sales of 126. Looks pretty good. Their price is at 45, so that's pretty high and something that I'll talk about in a few minutes. We also have one that's making around $4,000 a month. It is a bridesmaid bag, which is personalized as well. Here is one that is a personalized name tote bag. It's literally just someone's name repeated here, and they're bringing in $8,000 a month in revenue, selling this product, 391 sales a month for only a 10-month-old listing. So that is doing very, very well. Personalized tote bags do have a demand here, and as we see, there is not a ton of competition on here, which is really, really great. Here is one more that I wanted to show you before we get into the rest of the video. This listing is making $20,000 a month in revenue, estimated 129 monthly sales for only an 8-month-old listing. And the best part is look how basic this design is. Let's start designing, because I want to show you how we can make something even more elevated and charge even more for it. So I've created this design on Canva. It is a pretty simple design. It's just pretty much text-based, but I elevated it a little bit because I was noticing a lot of the designs on Etsy that I was seeing weren't that exciting. And so what I've done here is I've just done best counselor ever with Miss Moplin. It's a made up name, but this way customers are going to know that that's where the name that they add in or that they tell me to put on the product is going to go. But yeah, it's a pretty basic, mainly text-based design. It looks cute. I want to see what it looks like on a product, which we'll do in a moment. But I want to show you that I also did duplicate this and I changed it to your name here because I want to use this as well for my mock-up. So it's just like saving a step in a way, if you know what I mean. So you can either do that later or just do it while you're designing, but that's something that I do recommend so that you can do multiple mock-ups and show the potential customer that like it is customizable and that they can put their name there. And then what I'm gonna do is jump right over to Printify and I'm going to search tote. And as you can see here, they have a ton of different exciting tote bags here. So here's one that could be really cool. It's like a lunch bag. That would be a great gift to list on Etsy for like a teacher or a counselor in this case. I'm just going to be using the cotton canvas tote for the sake of this video, but feel free to go on Printify and check them all out. If you are not already signed up to Printify, I do have a link for you right down below. It's free to sign up and highly recommend you do. So I'm going to be selecting Monster Digital and hit start designing. And then the reason that I came over here right now is because I just scrolled down and I want to see the size that my design should be. So it's showing me that it should be 3000 by 3600 pixels. So I'm going to go under magic switch, customize size, and it was 3000 by 3600. Continue. And resize this design. So now I can kind of see what my design is gonna look like on there. So like seeing this now, I would just center this a little bit better. And then I'm gonna go up here and I'm going to download my first page and I'm going to download that first with a transparent background as a PNG. Now what I'm also going to do is do best counselor ever PDF, which I'll share with you why later, but just to save us a step. Download transparent background, and then I'm gonna go over to Printify and I'm just going to drop in that PNG. But I'm gonna go ahead and preview it, make sure that it looks good, make sure that the colors show up right, it's the way that I want it, and just make sure if I want to like change the design around later on, but overall just checking it out. So now in a moment, I'm gonna show you that step-by-step personalization process. But as for now, you would just upload this as you would any product on Etsy. If you do need to see that process, I do have other videos that I will link below for you where I show the exact step-by-step process, but I am gonna skip this part of the video just to save time and to show you the most important part that I feel you need to know. So now that we know we want to make personalized tote bags, I'm going to show you what we would do once we have a design and how we can actually automate the personalization as I was telling you about earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the website hellocustom.io. It is linked in the description for you, of course, for a free trial. And what I'm going to show you is the step-by-step process on how exactly this works and how you can actually have that automated for you. What you're gonna have to do is you're going to have to connect your Printify store to Hello Custom, and you're going to have to connect your Etsy shop. So if you don't have all of those three things done, they're all linked below for you, but you will need that in order to do this. And once you have done that, this is what it will look like. And this is the approval queue. This is your template section and your archive. So on the template section, we're gonna create a template for our design. So now we already have our design uploaded to our Etsy product as we just did. So once that has been done, we can actually access that in our Hello Custom dashboard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to templates, we're gonna hit add new, and then here it's gonna give us two options. So remember earlier when we saved our PDF, that is why we did that. We're going to upload that here. You can also upload a PNG, but that is going to be a little bit more work. And if you're using Canva, most of the time, just do it as a PDF. And it's going to just basically make a template for us that we can automate. And then what I'm gonna do is you can do some editing within here. So like if you wanna change some fonts around or like move the text around, but this is not supposed to be a design tool. I don't want you to think that. This is for automating the process of, as I said, the personalization. So we're not really gonna mess with any of that, but what we are gonna do is we're gonna select Miss Moplin because that is the text that we want to be personalized. That's where the person's custom text is gonna go. and it's gonna have these two black dots here. And basically these are like a sliding scale for how far the text can go. And so Miss Moplin is a relatively short name, and we may have someone's name that's really long. So knowing that, I'm actually gonna delete that there, and I'm gonna center this just to make the design a little bit better and to kind of protect myself from having to deal with that later on. And so now look how much bigger I can make that sliding scale just by moving around some of these images here. So now our sliding scale goes all the way so that if somebody's name is longer, it's not something to worry about. And then while I have that name selected, I'm gonna go up where it says tags. And then here are the options for the things that you can customize as of now on Hello Custom. So you can do names, dates, addresses, and phone numbers. So what I'm gonna do is name, it's a name, and we want the AI to recognize that that is a name. So now immediately it tells me that it is missing the font that I used. So don't panic if this happens to you. You can change the font. It gives suggested fonts, simple, easy. You can also hit add and upload that same font that you used. Total another option here. You can grab the fonts that you use from dafont.com or Creative Fabrica, but just to make it easier, I'm selecting something that looks relatively similar. So now that I've done that, Hello Custom knows that that is the name, and that is where that personalization will go. If we had another personalization that we wanted to do on this, like if there was a date here, we would just select what that is and then select the date. And then our next step, because we only have one thing that we're changing, is we're gonna go to the background and we're gonna make sure that we change it to a transparent background. Now, because this was a PDF, it wasn't already transparent, so make sure that you do that. And then we're gonna go up to product variants, and what's automatically gonna show up here is all of the products in your Etsy store that are connected. So here's the tote bag. I'm gonna select that, and there's only one variant. What it means for more variants, so just to show you an example, is for this sweatshirt, see how there is black and white. So we could select which variants for that, but that's a whole nother topic there. So for this product, one design, one variant, that's what we're working with. So I'm going to hit update. And now we have done everything to let this AI know what to do as soon as we get a personalized order, which is a really beautiful thing. So I'm gonna hit publish as, and you can either do active or draft. Active is going to make it live immediately on Etsy. Now it's showing up on my templates section. So if I need to go in and edit it, if I get an order and I don't like the way it looks, I can go in and fix it up. So now I'm gonna jump over to Etsy and show you a few crucial things that you need to know about your listing in order to allow this personalization. So here is what my listing looks like. Again, this isn't an Etsy listing tutorial video, so if you do wanna check that out, I will have more linked for you. But what we're looking for here is personalization. So see right here where it says personalization, we're gonna go ahead and hit add personalization, and then we're gonna tell the customer where and what we want them to tell us for this product. So obviously it is a counselor tote bag, and they can only change the name, the Mrs. So what I'm gonna say is, please enter the name you would like printed on the shirt. So, and then I'm gonna put example, Miss Vicky, okay? And so that they know to just write the name. Now here you can either say, please only include name, so that they happen to not put another custom note or message so that it confuses the AI bot. So that's optional, but I am gonna say, please only include name here. No other characters. So that they know, like, they need to only put the name here, and if they need to contact me, they need to message me, right? Because we're not doing any custom like notes. So you can also put that in the description as well, just to make sure that none of this gets messed up, because when we're working with AI, unfortunately, sometimes it can get confused, and we want to make sure that we are not doing that to alleviate any of that stress. Once this listing is done, we can publish it and go ahead and finish it out. We could do our mock-ups. We could grab mock-ups from Placeit, which I absolutely love. So once you're finished with that, you can add in, your photos, really make your Etsy listing optimized. But once that's published, along with the Hello Custom portion being published, anytime that order comes in and the person types their name, it's gonna go boom into Hello Custom before it gets sent over to Printify. So what's important about this is, although this is pretty automized, you are going to have one more step to ensure that your orders get fulfilled. So what you need to do is every day, or however often you check your Etsy shop, it should be every day, when you get orders, you wanna go into Hello Custom, and in your approval queue here, there will be the order there for you to check, make sure that the spelling's right, make sure that the name came over correctly. It takes 2 seconds to double check this and hit approve. So very important key step there that you don't want to skip. Obviously, you want your orders fulfilled and done correctly. And now, once that's all set up, we have a pretty automated process in doing personalized products. So this is huge for the print-on-demand community, for the Etsy print-on-demand community in specific. So all in all, I really want you to understand how well personalized products sell. I know I've been talking about this a lot on my channel, but Etsy even says it themselves, and all of the different results that we are seeing on our beautiful tool Everbee, as I have talked about before, shout out to them. They are linked in the description below for you, along with Hello Custom as well. Big shout out to Hello Custom. Huge game changer, as I keep saying, but everything is linked below for you, and I really do hope that you implement this into your Etsy shop, or if you have not started yet, this is your sign to get started. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.